3 for 5 at 1 Youngster is recorded live in front of a mythical audience. Hi, yo, yeah. This is 3 for 5 at 1 Youngster, doing it up Tuesdays and Thursdays, TNT like a player do. What up to VA, what up to LA, RVA in the house, definitely repping. And we're going to get into this super duper quick, without delay, Voltron from DreamWorks, a Netflix original. Man, oh man, is that show good. Now, I haven't watched the whole series. I've watched the first 6 episodes because I didn't want to consume it so fast. So I was like, first weekend, I'm gonna watch the first 6 episodes. Second weekend, I'm gonna watch the rest of the season. But from what I've seen, man, this show is so good. It is so well put together, and like you can tell the people that are involved love it. There was a interview actually with the creators, I believe the director and one of the writers of the show, with Collider about 2 weeks ago or so, that was promoting the show and reminding people that it was coming out. And I've got to say that from how they answered their questions, how they related to, I believe, Mark Ellis that was asking them the questions, you can definitely tell that they're into the series, they're into the mythology, and they're excited about the content. And if that's true, even if they're faking it, it comes through in their interview, and it also comes through in the product that they've created, man. I'm going to be honest. The season, at least so far that I've watched, the first half of the season has been enjoyable. Like, it's been everything that I've kind of like expected a kind of like refresh of this material to be. And I can't even, if I'm so hype about this, I can't even imagine how hyped someone who's like 10 or 12 would be. They're probably, losing their crap over this show. Voltron is well directed. It's well acted, and when I say acted, I mean voice acted, because of course it's an animated series. But don't sleep, whoever's doing those keyframes and everything, they are putting it down, because the action sequences are, I'll get to that in a second, because those are on point. First, I want to give a shout out to the voice acting, because the voice acting is what caught me off guard in the very first episode, with just how the inflections of their voices, and the way the actors pulled off their respective jokes. And it's just, from line to line, you can just tell there's like this emotion in it. Whether they're being playful or whether they're being serious, you can tell that these guys are really, really coming up in the vocal booth to play. And it lends to the believability of the characters, and it lends to the depth of the story. When you listen to these listen to these actors play these characters, you're just like, wow, man, like, these guys are like giving it their all. These guys are funny when they're supposed to be funny. They're stern when they're supposed to be stern, and they're pulling it off extremely well, just from their vocals. Then a big shout out to the animation. Even normal animations, like there's this one animation where they're in the cockpit. It's Hunk, I believe, is Hunk and the guy who helps the princess out. I can't think of his name, but they're in a spaceship and they're falling straight down. And they're in a situation where the animators could have just replayed the same kind of mouth movements of we're falling kind of thing, but they didn't. They made sure to like add in, all right, we're gonna make their lips move differently every time we cut back to them. We're gonna make their eyebrows move differently every time they come back to them. Because animation is expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy expensive. And they could have went the cheap route of just like cutting and pasting the animation, but they didn't. And it shows that they care and that they want to stand out with their product. So before I go on to like just how great this is when they all form up, I'll say, if you have Netflix, even if you don't have kids, you need to at least give the first episode a shot. But back to when they form up, Voltron looks great. Whenever Voltron finishes a move or is standing with the sun behind him or something, Voltron looks amazing. I have to give this, from what I've seen, I've got to give this 2 thumbs up. Yo, out of 5, I've got to give this like a 4.5, 4.8 stars. I've enjoyed it. There's a small quip, but for the most part, man, I have enjoyed this. This is an amazing series from what I've seen already. And I believe that if you're into, any kind of like animated series where it's kind of geared towards fighting and stuff like that, this should be right up your alley. Check it out. Netflix original. DreamWorks is, producing it. And Voltron, man, I'm super excited. So let's see what's next up. Once again, we talk about that love day. So Lisa, ask me the question.
Okay. Can you handle if she wants to date other men while she is dating you?
Fellas, I'm going to keep it real for us real quick. Let me illustrate this point for you, if I may. When you are dating a woman, you are what is called a couple. You are a duo. 1 to the 2 people. You start adding people, that ain't a couple no more. Now you a group, you a band. You a quartet or something. I'm here to be in a couple with the lady that I prefer to be with. I ain't signed up to be in the Wu-Tang clan. Alright? I ain't signed up to be in Brand Nubian of Dating. Alright? I wanted to be with my one lady, just me and her. That's it. So you don't need no extra people. Not when you dating me, because, I'm going to tell you straight up, I can't take it. I cannot have it. I shall not have that. You dating me, alright, you just dating me. But, to the lady, why do you think a woman would want to date other men while I guess, sort of being serious with a guy?
Okay, but see, that's the thing I was about to get to, and this is what I always do. I like to clarify all of the terms of the question, if you will, because you have to first define dating, because there are different levels of dating. Are you talking about a relationship? Are you talking about a, monogamous relationship? Are you talking about casual dating? Dating can be used as such a broad term. So it really depends on where you are in your period of dating. To me, the couple has to define that. That's the thing. Goes back to communication. Have y'all talked about what y'all are doing? And women will usually come to you and be like, "What we doing? What we doing?"
Women don't be doing that.
Yes, we do.
Women
will come to you just like that. We be like, "What we doing?"
Women
we go out.
Be vague
you be calling me, and we go out and stuff all the time and everything. What we doing? We dating? Who you seeing somebody else? What we doing?
And dudes be like, "But I took you to McDonald's." They're like, you got that parfait, didn't you?
Question.
Be like, you got that parfait, didn't you?
And see, that's why she dating somebody else. Exactly why.
But nah, like in my opinion, if I'm dating someone, that means that, I feel like I'm serious about this person. Like, I want this person to be...
Define dating, though. That's the thing. Define dating.
Dating, for me, means that I have found someone that I want to be in a relationship, seriously heading towards marriage as an end goal.
Isn't that traditionally courtship?
The term dating has taken over the term courtship in the recent century.
No, I don't know that. Because some people, a lot of people, when they say dating, they mean,
they just screwing around.
I'm dating people.
Well, that ain't me. So women out there, if you dating me, don't be bringing in no other.
You are not.
Anyway, women out there, don't be women. If you dating me, don't be asking to bring nobody else in, cause I ain't having it. All right, I ain't playing that mess. It's a 1-on-1. All right, this ain't a 5-on-5 with a full court.
All the notes up in here.
Anyway, y'all, on the real, if y'all dating out there, one, stay safe. Two, man, keep that thing a 1-on-1 duo game.
And define the terms. In all seriousness, define it. Talk about it. You know, it's nothing worse than, you know, two people dating, quote unquote, and one person is in one place and another person is in another place. You know, oh, I thought I was your girlfriend. I ain't never told you I was your girlfriend.
All right, and next up, we're going to rock with a couple of questions that I've been getting from my folks out there on what exactly I'm using when I'm designing from day to day. Many of you guys know, or I guess at least the people that asked the question know, but you might have seen my website, oneyoungster.com, and know that I am a creative director and visual designer to the stars. No, I'm just playing. I've worked with a couple of celebrities, but I don't know if I'm that marquee name yet. But anyway, a couple of questions came in asking, you know, what programs I use and, you know, how I use them, things like that. So I'm gonna try to do a quick rundown on kind of how I get down on my day-to-day. Right now, I'm using mostly Adobe products, Creative Suite, you know, pretty much what everyone else is using, nothing out of the ordinary or nothing super spectacular. On the day-to-day, I probably use Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere, mostly on the day-to-day. Now, in addition to that, what I use kind of like collectively, I guess as a whole, is probably After Effects added in with it, and also sometimes Edge, or not Edge, Animate. It was Edge, but I think they turned it to Animate. I used that for a small amount of time where I was working on some client work that they were trying to get specific animations for their website and web clients. Another semi-daily program that I use is Adobe InDesign. So I've kind of spidered my way into a few of the programs that Adobe uses because I do a lot of print, digital, and web work. Now, when I'm specifically coding, I like to just use regular Sublime text. I think that's kind of like, you know, a lot of people are used to it. Back in the day, I used to actually use Notepad++, but I have since changed over to Sublime Text. There's a question here asking about my thumbnails. For my thumbnails, I've got pretty much a system set up where it's pretty much like the same kind of template, and I use Photoshop for that all the way, and then I export using TIFF with no compression, because I put that into Premiere and just use it for the video, or sorry, the picture for my podcast, and it also doubles as a thumbnail as well. So I pretty much design it as a thumbnail, but then use it also as the actual image itself that is on the YouTube playlist or on the YouTube screen when someone's listening in. And I pretty much just set that out at regular size, which is 1080p. Nothing, I guess, extremely spectacular. Just regular old 1080p, and I use TinyPNG if I ever want to like put it out to like Twitter or something like that. I'm trying to think, what else am I missing? As far as my hardware, sorry, someone did ask me for pictures. Right now I have two cameras, a 60D and a 450D. My 60D is like my bigger, probably older camera, and the 450D is a loan that I got from my boy Christian, that I'm actually just getting used to, but I have since been, in need of a newer camera, and when I do that, I'm probably going mirrorless. I've been looking at the A7 II, the A7 Mark II, or probably the A99. because those just look super dope. So those are probably what I'm looking to get into next. And then as far as what I draw with, right now I'm drawing on a Fujitsu T4215 Digitizer tablet. So it's like one of the old school tablets. It's not as fast as the new joints. It's not, going to win any awards, but it does get the job done. It's what I'm using for my Analog Girls series that I'm currently working on right now. And I just use Manga Studio when I'm drawing those and digitizing those respective ladies. So that's pretty much my rundown, man. Hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. I'm excited to hear what you guys are working with out there. Going to give me a like, a comment, a share down below, and let me know, what you're working on and also what you guys are working with, because I'm always open to trying out new programs. All right, peace.
3 for 5 at 1 Youngster is brought to you by a Wu-Tang design. Also sponsored in part by Naswip and Xrifo. Sweet doody doody, sweet doody doody doody, sweet dee dee dee.